honored today. I cannot tell you what a special, special day is today. We have A.Y. Young, who will be a co-host today for the show. And last time we saw A.Y. Young, he was in Colorado on top of a mountain. So let's see what A.Y. has been up to now.
Hello.
A local hip-hop artist makes an international name for himself. He is the first artist to power his concert with 100% renewable energy.
It is a real honor to recognize Mr. A.Y. Young, the founder of Battery Tour.
It's incredible. Can't wait for you to see this. The United Nations is now throwing its support behind him.
Mr. Young has made a big impact in his young life, born in 1991. He's a singer-songwriter, a dancer, producer, entrepreneur, and sustainability advocate. He's staged and performed more than 800 concerts. He was named by the United Nations recently as one of 17 youth world leaders of the world, the only individual selected for that honor from the United States.
Forward to stimulating this local economy further, bringing entrepreneurs together, bringing businesses together, bringing the world together so we can make some change. I'm AY with the Battery Tour, and we're here in Honduras. It's beautiful. We're going to bring power, solar energy, medical supplies, reading glasses, all those things to the people of Honduras. Hey, mama. If it's true.
Wow, that's incredible. And I just want to reiterate, out of 17 UN ambassadors, you are the only one from the United States. That's incredible. Welcome to the show, A.Y. Young.
Yo, hello, what's up? How you doing?
Well, the Sage Center is so happy to see you. We have Miss Coe's class. They're actually right over here. Hi, Miss Coe's class. Waving to them. They're over there. Miss Schaefer's class is there out there watching as well. All of these people are out here watching, and they all want to say hello to you. And we are so lucky to have you in your busy schedule. So can you tell us a little bit about what it's like to be the 2030 UN ambassador and kind of what your agenda is with your SDGs this year?
Oh, it's awesome. I mean, I just now started basically settling in. I had my call with the Secretary General and the UN Secretary General Antonio Guterres, and it's been cool. I've even met a lot of politicians. I'm going to meet the president-elect. So it's been great. And meeting the other 16 young leaders. I'm the only young leader in America, and really putting together the pieces and plugging in the right people to go make this big impact of let's go change the world, right?
That's incredible. Look over here. We have Maddie out there. You are so inspiring.
Maddie.
Yes, and I'll tell you, that's why we have you here, and we're so thankful that you're joining us. So thanks for giving us a little background. So how are you going to take all these SDGs and tie them into your passion?
Yeah, say it one more time, because now it's doing a little thing where you sound like a robot.
No, I sound like a robot.
You said something about the SDGs though, right?
Yes. Yeah. Let's talk about those.
Okay, let's talk about those. Okay, yeah. So, and then what about them? Just what they are in general, right? Oh, okay, awesome. Yeah, guys. So I don't know if you guys know this, but there's these things called the SDGs, the Sustainable Development Goals. They also have another name for themselves, global goals, right? The global goals of the world. These are the 17 things that the United Nations and all the countries were hey, we need to do these 17 things, right? And it's gender equality, it's no hunger is a goal. Everyone needs to have food, right? Everyone needs to have clean water or energy. So that's partly why I'm a young leader, because in doing the Battery Tour and doing 800 concerts powered by renewable energy, that was hitting the climate action goal, right? And then goal number 7, which is everyone getting clean energy, I was hitting that goal too. So that's why I'm in this position. So, and that brings me to my project of now being a young leader, right? How can I use music, and how can we plug in people like you guys that are listening, schools around the world, to not only do and advance these goals, but like, help change the world with me.
That's incredible. And look over there. You're right, Miss Turner. We love that you are young and looking to change the world. Very cool.
Miss Turner again.
Yeah, and hey, that's a shout out. Eli loves your glasses, and we got someone else that likes your hair. So not only are you aspiring, but they all think you're looking good too. Awesome. I love it. So,
people don't know behind the camera, Miss Fogel was like, I don't know about my hair today, and look at this thing sticking up. So hey, well, you got that good hair. It looks good too, Miss Fogel.
Thanks. They see me every day, so, but they don't. I guess I did curl it today just for this special occasion. So there you go. Awesome. So I'm going to share a screen. And would you mind talking a little bit about your project and a little bit more in depth on what that looks like?
Yeah. Okay. I'm also you'll be like, why is this guy GoProing right now? I can't wait to tell you because it's in this project. So yeah, pull that up. So real quick, like when I became like the world leader, it was like, okay, you have to do this one project, right? Or like, what are the projects going to be? Like that's what the UN wants to know. It's like they're here to make anything that the 17 leaders are trying to do happen with all their resources and all their connections, right? So I was just like, crap, and the UN's like, hey, AY is the first artist ever to power all of his concerts with renewable energy. So I was like, okay, I'm gonna do a concert because everyone wants me to, right? And then I'm an artist and I make music. Like I'm gonna do Save the Planet later for you guys, right? So I'm like, I gotta make music. So this is what I decided to do. And here's the idea of the project. And this is why I cannot wait to work with you guys to figure out how to do this, right? So this will be
right? Okay, so I just want to repeat what you just said, because you just said you want to work with the kids at the Sage Center?
Yeah, because you guys it's all about all of us being outlets for change and realizing that we all can make an impact. We can all take one action and one step towards saving the planet. So let's do it together.
Wow. Okay, so I'm going to share the screen. I hope that you can see it as well. I'm pretty sure you can. If not, then that'll be pretty fun to see if you can try. Okay, there you go. You can see it, right?
Loading. Let's go. That's
forget. All right. You tell me where you want to start.
Let's go to slide 3 real quick. Let's see. Or no, show the slide where all the goals are. That's the best one. Okay, let's show.
Yeah, that's a good one.
Right, the 17 goals, guys. So this is the idea. I'm going to do an album. So go to the next slide, the battery plan slide. I'm going to do an album, 17 songs, one song for each goal. Now, the idea is to work with people like you, Sage Center, right? Individuals, outlets for change, but also work with the best the world has to offer, right? In every facet of humanity. That's the biggest and best TikTok influencers, Instagrammers, YouTubers like David Dobrik or whoever, right? That care or believe in sustainability or any one of those goals, right? The biggest and best companies and corporations or individuals, nonprofits, NGOs, right? And then, of course, artists and entertainers, right? So we're going to do one album, 17 songs. Then we're going to go do a tour in the U.S., all powered by renewable energy, the world's first ever sustainable tour, right? 17 dates across America. So I'm going to need a lot of help, right? Knowing where to go, knowing who should be opening, knowing, right? What does it look like? Okay. And then the third step is we're going to release a guidebook and a roadmap to all the artists in the world through the United Nations and all the people of the world, right? To say, hey, this is how you tour sustainably. This is how you do a sustainable album, right? Now, if you go to the next slide that says docuseries, just really quick, we're going to do a 2-season docuseries for Netflix, Hulu, Amazon Prime. So you guys are all going to be a part of this. Actually, right now, as soon as we get the consent from your teachers, you're a part of it right now. Okay, that's why I'm GoProing. That's why we're recording this, right? Because all the steps along the way are part of the journey, like to showcase like what's possible, like as far as like doing this thing. So 17 episodes for the first season, which is the music, right? And 17 episodes for the tour, which will start in 2022 and will be 17 episodes. And I would like to really say that this is awesome, we're already launching on a prelude episode on Amazon Prime April. So that's going to be crazy, right? So if you go down, skip the battery team slide, because now we know that Sage is part of the battery team.
You guys screwed up. That's amazing. I'm sorry, but we are here at the Sage Center, and I know you're all out there. So go ahead. We want to hear screaming and clapping and yes, it's awesome. Okay, sorry, keep going. I'm just so excited about this.
Okay, so I brought in a guy named Brian Kennedy, and have brought in some others, right? But Brian Kennedy is a guy who has 5 Grammys or so, I think 4 or 5. Yeah, you probably heard the song Disturbia for Rihanna, or the song Forever by Chris Brown, or Kelly Clarkson, Rascal Flatts, Dolly Parton. He's done a lot of their major songs, right? So I brought him in. He's also from Kansas City, so he's a friend of mine. And, that day he called Lady Gaga and Bruno Mars to be a part of the project. So,
wow.
And if you guys know anything about Lady Gaga, it's like she cares about like gender equality, right? And so does Dolly Parton. So like the idea is like, okay, we got Dolly Parton and Lady Gaga and AY on this song about gender equality, right? And then it's crazy. We just officially brought in Charity Water the other day, which is one of the biggest water organizations. They get people access to water. And then next week I'll be on the phone with Matt Damon and water.org, right? So water.org plugs into the water goal. Like if you go ahead back to the slide where the goals are. If you see like we're building out these goals, to see like how we can make that impact in that goal, right? So that's the project, guys. That's what we're doing. Ready to change the world, ready to work with Sage, ready to like even figure out mini projects and things that you guys can do, even in in general, right? Ready to really just open this up to the world and say, how do we get the world plugged in, right?
That's incredible. Oh my gosh. Okay. Well, let's keep moving on with our show today, because that's incredible. And I'm just going to ask, how did you even come up with these ideas for your project?
Well, I mean, I've always used, to me, music has always been like my thing, right? I mean, I made a song called Save the Planet. I'm here to spread love, right? Like if you look around my place, people, by the way, you guys should do this. Like people send me pictures of outlets, right? Like from their wall, and say that logo, right? Because I really believe everyone's an outlet for change, you know what I'm saying? So for me, it's always been about like, how can I get everyone plugged in, right? And how can I like, I was homeschooled. I was like an Eagle Boy Scout actually, so a little nerdy sometimes. And then, I was always like, I learned that it's okay to be yourself, be who you are. And I really learned that like, I made a song called Creep about this. I learned that if you have a dream or a goal, you should take like one step toward it every day, right? And that kind of built the whole like one step, toward, right, that dream or sustainability. Or if we're all outlets, we should all be plugged into each other, right? In our school, in our community, localism. So I learned all that stuff by just doing it. And so the project idea came easy. It was like, okay, these are the 17 goals. How do we get them to happen?
That's awesome. And so we talked a little bit about including the Sage Center, and I'm very, very excited to set some dates, because we are going to ask if whoever is interested out there to be a Sage Energizer, right? Because so we're going to get some Sage Energizers to help with this project, and hopefully not just this year, but continue to grow with you as you continue to grow in your career and within this project. So how long do you have for this project?
So to be honest, so start date is January, Now the project is in 3 phases. As you heard me say, like the first phase is like the songs, right? Is making the songs, coming up with the ideas of who should be involved in the songs, right? Like this, I'm reaching out. We'll be talking to Shakira here soon. Shakira cares about education. It's like on the education record, who else should be on the record? Maybe what guitar players that care about, or drummers. Somebody told me something about some guy named Travis Barker. It's like, where does he fit? What does Travis Barker care about, right? And where does he plug in? And that goes for organizations, like, or companies that have a sustainable toothbrush, or care about how buildings are created, or care about people getting access to food. It's like we need to get them plugged in, right? So to me, that's the whole journey of next year, right? It's me making the song, even with the people. Some people might be like, hey man, you should sing this about life on land or animals. So all of that, comes into play as I formalize the record and even the people to be a part of it. And then of course, yes, I'm the young leader of America, right? But you guys didn't freaking know that. You had no idea. So let's do this. Let's use next year as a way to make the people, right, say, hey, why he's actually the young leader. And in order for that to happen, we have to be plugged in. We have to, grow social media numbers, because that matters so much. And we have to tell people what we're doing so they can be a part of it, and then we can make action. So that's what next year is for. And there's no time limit on it, but it's like, let's get to work, right? And I'm already working every day.
Look at this. I mean, if you see the comments over here, we have some very excited teachers and very excited students. So let's go by, because we only do this show for our students, and that's what we do. That's what teachers are here for, is to help our students be those outlets and now be some stage energizers. I love your music.
I can read this.
Yeah, you gotta read them all. I mean, what? Tier is so excited, he can hardly stand it. And Tier also loves penguins, so we gotta give Tier a penguin shout out. So there you go. All right, we are so happy. We are change makers too, but you are taking this global, and we are hopping on the train and we're going with you. So we're super excited for that. All right, again, guys, I'm so excited that you're excited. But now we're almost to the part of the show that we are going to put you on the hot seat.
Okay, I think you turned into a robot again. That sucks. You've been doing so good.
I know. I don't know what's going on. Okay, so I guess out there I don't sound like a robot. So I must be some weird connection.
Whew, this is great.
Okay, so with the hot seat, people over in the audience will ask you questions, okay? And so, yeah, now you're taking your jacket off. We're making you hot. So we are going to ask them they're going to ask you questions, and we're going to put you on the hot seat. So here's the first one. How do you organize your projects? And do you have a project manager?
Awesome. So right now we're completely powered by the people. There are people in to help certain areas. That's also a need. We need more and more project managers. Here's the deal. This is why. When you look at those 17 goals, you say, wow, that's almost like 17 projects. And then you talk about the music and you go, well, that's another project. And then you think about like organizations and people that do the work and individuals, or heck, maybe it's just finding influencers, right? It's like, these are the 50 best TikTok people that, that's a project, right? So it's almost like we have 100 projects and not 100 project managers, which is why I'm here to say, well, now it's time to find the outlets with the passion and that care about this or care about this or care about that. What is, I say this all the time, the battery tour is an outlet to plug in and connect to your passion. If your passion is performing, then there's a space for you. That may not be till 2022, right? But maybe we can plug in other passions now to get us there. So I am in need of outlets of all sizes, shapes, and colors to make this happen. Whether it's Shakira, who or we're talking to now, or it's you at Sage. So
that's incredible, and I can't believe you keep talking. You're putting us in the same sentence as some of these really big artists. That's incredible.
I mean,
what's it like?
Human. We're all the same.
So what is it like when you are meeting these artists? Like, what's that like?
Well, I mean, I've opened for Wiz Khalifa, I've Shaggy, Carter, all that. I mean, it's great. I mean, what's great is great people. There's artists out there that I wouldn't say are good people. I'll be honest. And some guys are saying things that don't necessarily help as humans. So that's not great. But when I meet like a person that's cool, I mean, it doesn't matter how much like money they have or what they've achieved. I'm like, yo, that's a dope person. Like, Miss a dope person. Like, that's really more that like what matters. You know what I'm saying? To me.
That's great. So here's a great question. I know that being an Eagle Scout, you had to manage a project. How have the lessons you learned from Boy Scouts helped you with this project?
Oh, I should freaking answer that with my
Oh no, you get it turned on. You want me to ask it to you again?
Dude, is this being recorded?
Yeah.
Oh, great. Okay, can you take this clip? I'm actually working with the Boy Scouts right now and trying to get on the front cover back. So how about you do this, really quick? You're going to ask the question again, and I'll act like, I didn't know,
Okay.
Go.
Okay. I know that being an Eagle Scout, you had to manage a project. How have the lessons you learned from Boy Scouts help you with your project now?
Well, of course. Boy Scouts is incredible and the most amazing thing ever known to man. I'll forever love Boy Scouts forever. Okay. Yeah, and to be super honest, so the Boy Scouts, my Eagle project was formalizing the battery tour, right? So, I mean, without being an Eagle Boy Scout, having to have a project, thinking about how can I, help my community, change the world, get people plugged in, that help. Okay, well, I'm going to start these concerts, right, that are going to be a platform for artists to perform sustainably, for activists to talk, for movements to talk about their thing and sustainability, for products and services and that are sustainable to meet people that want to buy it, right, or whatever, right? So if it wasn't for Boy Scouts, there wouldn't really be a battery tour.
That's incredible. I didn't know that. We've talked a lot about this, and I never knew that. That's really cool. So we have middle school students here, and one thing that we are continually working on is managing our time, especially with virtual learning and being more independent this year. Do you have any tips for our students on how to manage your time?
Yeah, I'm terrible at that, guys. I go to sleep at 4 a.m. Crap. Let me see. Listen to your mom. I don't know. Shoot, man. Nowadays there's so much technology. You can get Todoist, apps that have task lists. You can get things that are project management, actual apps to manage your time and what you want to do. But if I'm speaking to you guys, middle schoolers and high schoolers, the manage your time thing, this is what I would say. Yo, what you need to do, whether you know what you want to do or not, is try to make everything that you do as conducive to your dreams and goals as possible, right? So by conducive, I mean if you want to be a star basketball player, which I was really good at ball and went to college and got a scholarship, I didn't spend my Friday nights and my Saturday nights partying, drinking, or smoking or whatever. Heck, I didn't even associate myself with a girlfriend that would be detrimental to the dream, right? I surrounded myself by people and things that kept me either jogging on the weekends, shooting jump shots in the gym, putting in 10,000 hours to be that thing, right? So if you can start making choices that line up with where you're trying to go, or just in a positive step forward, then you're well, on Sunday, I'm going to maybe do my homework here to get this grade here to go to this school, or get this money from this funding situation because my grades are this, right? Instead of, I'm going to go out and do this tonight, or I'm going to, right? So that's what I'd say.
That's pretty good. Oh, that's really good. Okay, here's another one for you. And you guys, there's so many great questions out there, but this will not be the last time we have AY joining us. Like I said, this will be a collaboration, so you'll get to ask your questions. But here we go. Before we get to the end of our show, is there a person that sparked this ambition to change the world? Because this is a great project, and it seems like you would have had to lean on someone. I don't know. What do you think about that one?
Yeah, I've been. Here's a quick answer to that. I've been leaning on people and outlets for years. I keep saying outlets for change. So these are fifth graders from different schools, right? If I move this over, you'd see letters from people that listen to my music and it inspired them to not commit suicide or to their dream goal, stuff like this and this, right? So I mean. This is I always talk about for, by, and with the people. Look at that one, These are all people. That's an old guy, 60-something years old. He was dancing. So, yeah.
So the people are what inspire you every day, right?
For sure.
Awesome. All right, AY, you have been awesome, and I cannot wait to continue with you and collaborate with the whole Sage Center. But it is now my favorite part of the day and the show because I've been looking forward to this all day. And thank you for being on the hot seat. Are you ready to do some performing for us?
Yeah, let's do it. Hey,
Yes.
hey. Guys, it's been good rocking with you. Oh my gosh, let's do it. This is Save the Planet, yeah? Oh, snaps. Gotta get this chair out the way, though. Woo! All right. Let's see what we got. Hey. Oh! Let's Save the Planet, guy. Hey, Save the Planet. We gon' save the planet. Everybody looking at me like I'm from another planet. Woo! Save the planet. We gon' save the planet. Everybody looking at me like I'm from another planet. Woo! Save the planet. We gon' save the planet. Everybody looking at me like I'm from another planet. Woo! Save the planet. We gon' save the planet. Everybody. Oh, guys, let's save the planet. They acting like we from another planet, Mars. They say climate change ain't a thing. What you talking about? What you know about that? What's your carbon offset? Facts, we just want to act. We ain't sitting back. Solar power, wind and solar power. Everybody need the energy. Let's store it up and power the world. Recycle. We need more recycle, but you're acting like some followers on Instagram and Twitter. Yeah, so TikTok to let the ball drop. The clock starts now. Plug in, baby. Hey, you guys ready to save the planet, yeah? Oh, hey. Tick-tock, let the ball drop, the clock starts now, plug in. Tick-tock, let the ball drop, the clock starts now. Save the planet, we gon' save the planet. Everybody looking at it like I'm from another planet. Ooh. You can see that's your house, guys. You guys ready? You just say save the planet. Save the planet, yeah. We gon' save the planet. Save the planet. We gon' save the planet. Go. Save the planet. We gon' save the planet. Yeah. Save the planet. We gon' save the planet. Save the planet. We gon' save the planet. Everybody looking at me like I'm another planet. Oh, we gon' save the planet. Don't forget about the ocean, guys. Hey. The ocean is alive. Keep the plastic out. 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 Yeah, save the planet. We gon' save the planet. Everybody looking at me like I'm from another planet. Yeah. Thank you guys. Yo. I hope that sounded cool.
It did. It sounded great. And everybody is over here wondering, why do we have to say goodbye? Tear, it is not goodbye. It is see you later.
Gotta say goodbye. Oh, I'm sorry. Yeah, we gotta say goodbye. I gotta rub.
Thank you so much, AY. We will see you soon. I cannot tell you how much I appreciate this. There are so many people over here that want to say goodbye to you. But just a reminder, wash your hands, right, Mr. Russ? Awesome. Awesome. All right. We have lots of fans out there already. So thank you so much. We will see you soon.
All right. Peace out.
Bye, everyone.